All right, let's talk more about all this with CNN legal analyst and former federal prosecutor Shan Wu. All right, good to see you, Shan.
Hi, Fred.
Okay, so Corsi announced that he might be indicted, and now apparently he's in the middle of plea negotiations. So what could he possibly know? What's so valuable?
It sounds like they are looking to him for information about the potential link to the WikiLeaks, as well as whether there's an actual link to Assange. I mean, there's that very tantalizing tidbit we've heard that there might be an actual sealed indictment against Assange right now. So they're looking for that connection. And of course, there was that odd timing where President Trump had made on the campaign that prediction about, something's coming with Hillary, and then voila, the emails are released. So they're looking to tie that aspect down. I think what is troubling for Stone, of course, is that there's been a slow kind of like moving in towards him of these people around him. And while we don't know exactly what the situation is with Corsi, you don't really make that kind of an announcement, and you certainly don't spend 40 hours talking to the prosecutors unless they have something that they're very interested in and you have something to tell them.
So then what kind of pressure does this put then on Roger Stone?
Puts a lot of pressure on Stone to the extent that he can figure out what it is that they're saying. So if there really is something there that, in fact, he was directly in touch with Assange, it wasn't just, Roger promoting himself, then these folks are going to know the way, Randy Credico had already been in as well. And so it really puts pressure on Stone to know that everyone else is fessing up, and he might want to try to come forward himself. Again, the big problem for someone is you don't want to be the last person left standing here. If everyone else has gone in, you'll have nothing to negotiate with.
Do you see that this is laying the groundwork for more than just, lying, whether it's, Corsi is being questioned for 40 hours, as you put it, is it about consistencies in stories, or is it about, Roger Stone potentially hiding something?
Right.
Is it about more than perjury potentially?
It's hard to know that. It's certainly, they're going to be very comprehensive. I mean, I've dealt with these prosecutors when I did represent Rick Gates briefly. They're going to be very comprehensive. Given the opportunity to talk to someone with a free rein like this, they're going to cover everything from A to Z. So it's certainly possible that he's giving up very substantive things. It may also be that a lot of those 40 hours are spent going meticulously over details, which is what tripped him up. There may be various errors that he made, things that he thought were small falsehoods that in that amount of time they've caught. And one technique a prosecutor uses is that if they catch you in that small lie, now they've got some leverage on you to say, hey, we can charge you with false statements. Why don't you really open up and tell us what's really going on?
So all of this, does this make it look like the net is getting wider in your view, or is the scope getting more narrow, the overall Mueller investigation in your view?
I actually think it shows us how wide the net originally was cast, Fred. And it's very hard for us to tell because they've been so quiet about it. But I think it was cast very widely, and we're beginning to be able to see kind of just how far it has been cast. And I think they're still kind of crossing the T's and dotting the I's right now and just taking care of all the different aspects of this investigation.
All right, Shan Wu, always good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving weekend.
Thanks.